league 2024, not the league, not the league. We did the league earlier today. Now
that's right.
The league 2024.
It's like version 2.0.
Yeah. It's got to
or 2.024.
I love the creativity.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for.
Well, this league doesn't come without controversy because we apparently had a team that got removed from the league since the last time we covered. This
team
was
10.
12 plus 17 equals horseshit was the team name, and apparently the team fell apart. They were terrible. They imploded, and they tried to drop half their team and sell half their team for nothing.
Who does that shit?
Horse shit. And they were removed. And now we have a team 10, which is currently sitting in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, but team 10, they're just putting in the most optimal lineup,
right?
Still took out Brooklyn Hitters.
Still did. And it's the 8th seed. It's not even last place. Interesting.
Well, we don't know when he bailed out, but
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Guess it had to be before the trade deadline.
So what we're going to do is we are going to start in the toilet bowl. Looks like this league starts their playoffs in week 14, 15, and 16. Maybe they didn't even get the memo that a couple years ago the NFL expanded to 18 games and now they play into week 18. And most leagues have their championship at week 17 now instead of 16. They're still playing it the old way, which is whatever. Do what you want to do. So we missed round 1, and that was in the toilet bowl. That guy, which is Real Champ, which is the AI team.
He's the AI one?
He's the AI one. He lost.
Well, then he must have won, right?
He lost to Hot Fire. However, because he lost, he advanced in the toilet bowl. Are you confused?
Right, to be the shit king.
That's right.
Which is, I guess, something you want to be.
I guess so. I don't know. Well, at the same time, the Brooklyn Hitters lost to the fraudulent team, Team 10.
Yep.
And also advanced in the toilet bowl. So that puts us in the toilet bowl finals. Real Champ versus the Brooklyn Hitters. So why don't we look at the AI team, see how the AI has done so far this year. We got Joe Burrow at quarterback, Cam Akers, Josh Jacobs. You know, some of these AI programs, like Chat GPT, for example, some of those programs aren't updated past like 2021, 2022 information from like the internet. I think that's why we got Cam Akers on this roster. Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin, Cole Kmet.
Wait, well, hold on. You say that like Cam Akers used to be really, really good.
No. But he was really, really
and but AI hasn't caught up with him yet.
Yeah. Coming out of Florida State, he was a hot prospect. Everybody,
right?
Everybody liked Cam Akers a lot at one point in time.
Yeah.
Not going to name any names, but some people did.
Well, I don't know anybody that loved J.K. Dobbins. Certainly wasn't me.
Well, or his legs, apparently, because they keep pulling out.
Apparently not.
And then we got Young Wei Koo and the Jets defense.
You got the young ho. He got the young ho.
On the bench, we got Jaden Daniels, Brees Hall, Xavier Worthy, and the T. Higgins handcuff, Mike Gesicki, plus multiple open roster spots as well. So, how is the AI doing in your mind?
Not well.
Was-
I'm assuming he used AI to draft too. I think I remember that from last time we talked about this league. Obviously Burrow is fine. Jacobs has been, I think, better than people even expected. And they knew he'd be good. But I don't know what sort of free agent moves were made, but Devontae Adams is not doing well at this point. McLaurin has been running pretty hot and cold. Komet went on a little mini hot streak. But overall, for a 10-team league, this is just not very impressive.
That's why they're in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, and it put a
The
lot
toilet bowl
more
finals of that.
stock. It put a lot more stock into the quarterbacks than anything else. I mean, they got Brees Hall, but yeah, with Burrow and Daniels, but they can't save it.
But on the other
this team
side,
went
we got
4-9 and
Yeah.
finished last.
Yeah. Couldn't even outdo the ghost team.
Right.
How about the Brooklyn hitters on the other side? That's Kyler Murray, Tank Bigsby, James Conner, Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Hunter Henry, Darnell Mooney, Jake Bates, Ravens defense. And we got on the bench, we got Jordan Love, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Mark Andrews, Jake Ferguson, and the double backup defense. Dolphins.
That's right.
Commanders.
3 defenses.
And at least they're also stashing their kicker on the IR. So just first glance, I like this team a little better, maybe in some spots at least.
Yeah, I Kyler Murray has fallen a little short than what a lot of people expected of him, and I think that hurts this team a little bit.
Yeah.
As well, same thing. I mean, you could have a great stack with Murray and Harrison, but they've both tremendously underachieved this season.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This team just doesn't quite get there, and I guess that's obviously why they're in the spot that they're in. The bench is brutal. Absolutely brutal. I think this was probably the league that I think this was the league that we didn't like any of the teams. We went through the whole league.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that was this one. And I don't think they listened to any of our advice because they still got all these backup kickers and defenses and quarterbacks. And
backup kickers, backup defenses, 2 backup tight ends. And then no backup running backs.
No,
none. Not even in the flex.
The only reason we have one running back on his bench, hurt.
He has 2 running backs on his team, on the whole team.
I don't know. I don't even know what to do anymore. Do they watch the show? Do they listen to the show? Do they watch our other content? Listen. Apparently not. I don't know. Anyway, this is why this is the last place.
I feel like BK Hitters just doesn't care. That's what I'm going to tell myself. BK Hitters somewhere. Somebody was like, "Hey, dude, we need a 10th for our league," and he was like, "Man, fantasy football, that's some stupid shit. All right, I guess I'll do it."
And he can't even figure out AI to run his team, so he's gotta just
yeah. He should have talked to Real Champ.
Which, by the way, I think that tells you something about the league. if real champ is the defending champ, and you look at how he's built his team. Just saying.
Is real champ the defending champ?
Yeah, that's why he's got the gold medal attached to his thing.
He used AI last year?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, you guys stink.
I'm gonna have to start dropping our because we're stuck in this league until the end of the year because that's how Sleeper works. I'm gonna have to start dropping our weekly content links in this group chat just to maybe help out a little bit.
That might be too little, too late, but okay.
Next year.
We'll
How about we move
tomorrow?
on?
There's a Sleeper and Streamer show tomorrow morning at 11:30. 11:30? Yeah.
12.
Start there. 12. Whatever he says.
Should we even bother with the 8th place matchup? I mean, we got Hot Fire, I guess, is the 7th seed, and then we got the Ghost team on the other side. Let's look at Hot Fire for a second, I guess.
Yeah.
Darnell, no, not quarterbacked by Darnell Mooney. They're quarterbacked by Sam Darnold. Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Mixon, Cooper, Zero Cup, Garrett Wilson, Sam Laporta, Khalil Shakir, Jake Elliott, Chiefs defense. On the bench, we got Jared Goff, Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, Ramondre Stevenson, Michael Pittman, Devontae Smith. I mean, I can see why they're the 7th seed. They're not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, they actually, if I'm not mistaken, Kamish had one more win than Hot Fire. But for a minute there, I thought they had the same record, and that Hot Fire missed the playoffs by 15 points.
Well, if you look at the standings, you can see that Hot Fire lost the last 2 weeks and were in a spot to make the playoffs and
Kamish won 1 and jumped past him.
Well, if you look a little bit up the standings, also closer versus IR Gods jumped from 7th place. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. That's a 3-win streak. Never mind. Edit that part out. Oh, we're live. All right.
No.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the 8th place matchup.
I think I remember who I picked for this league.
Okay.
Now that I'm looking at the names. Okay. All right. Back to it. Huh?
Was it Team 10?
It was not Team 10. But I gotta say, yeah, it sucks that he's in the toilet bowl. I can tell that he was pretty close. I mean, anytime you're starting out with Darnold, Gibbs, and Mixon, that's a good jumping off point. And you would think on a normal year that Kupp and Wilson would be all you'd want. Well, not all you'd want, but that would be great at wide receiver. But Laporta's underachieved. Khalil Shakir is streaky. He's got Goff too. He's loaded at running back. Yeah, man, I'm sorry you didn't make the playoffs, dude, because this is not a bad team.
Not good enough.
I mean,
let's go on.
No, but it's good enough that they could have gotten hot if they made the playoffs.
Yeah, the Hot Fire team did not get hot.
They did not get hot, and thus they did not fire.
All right, let's move on to the actual teams. The
actual team. Listen to this guy, you guys. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. This guy hates you guys. I'm kidding. He doesn't hate.
Is this the league? I can never. We do so many leagues. I can never remember. There was a league. I don't think it was this league. It wasn't this league. Where I said I was actively rooting against a particular team just because I hated the way it was built so much. I don't think this was it. All right. Anyway, let's recap the first round of the playoffs. Let's start with the 3 versus 6 seed. This was the Commish versus Abav, ABAV. And the Commish won pretty handedly. So Commish's got Tua Tagovailoa, Kyron Williams, Bucky Irving, Tyreek Hill, Cameron Ridley, Trey McBride, Isaac Guerrero. Should we recap them or should we just look at the current matchups? I guess we should recap them.
Yeah, we could recap quickly,
Right.
Obviously Guerrero helped him, and Tyreek Hill made an appearance, which always helps. And he's got Tua throwing him the ball. Kyron Williams, all he does is score touchdowns, literally.
All right, we can go deeper into that roster when we get to his round 2 matchup.
Yeah.
But let's look at ABAV, who was bounced out of the first round, quarterbacked by Derek Carr. You're just asking for a loss when you're quarterbacked by Derek Carr in a 10-team league. I don't know how that happened. Bijan Robinson, Nick Chubb, another one. This is just why at this point. Mike Evans, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jonnu Smith, DK Metcalf, Jason Myers, Lions defense, and of course, why do we play the playoffs in week 14 when we still have bye weeks in week 14?
Yeah, that's six teams on bye in week 14.
We have a week 17 and a week 18. Don't play your championship in week 18, but you can play in week 17. We all do it. This killed that team because we got Lamar Jackson on the bench, Jonathan Taylor on the bench, Zay Flowers on the bench. Now it didn't help that we also had Juwan Jennings on the bench.
That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, we could have played Juwan Jennings over DK Metcalf and still would have lost. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Team.
Close but no cigar. This is why, like you said, this is why you don't play the playoffs in a week with 6 teams on bye. Because that's why this team lost.
4 seed versus 5 seed, closer versus IR gods and pods. First ever league champ on the other side. So closer versus IR gods and pods. They won over the 5 seed.
176 points. Holy.
So that was in part due to Patrick Mahomes, a very small part on Patrick Mahomes' part. But Dave Montgomery, and then we had Zach Charbonnet. Do you remember? I'm sure, I am positive that when we talked about this league early in the year, I probably gave multiple stash handcuff running back speeches because that's just what I do. That's what I'm here for. That's my role on this show.
Right.
Look at it paying off with Zach Charbonnet. And we just talked about the other team who had Isaac Guerrero.
If I can piggyback on that a little bit, the aforementioned sleeper and streamer show that we do that I said could help you last week, I said everybody go get Zach Charbonnet and play him.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe me and Closer versus IR Gods have like a connection.
Speaking of that show, you ran pure on last week's show.
I was 3-0.
Charbonnet, Isaiah Davis, where nobody in the world was talking about Isaiah Davis last week, and Grant Calcaterra, first ever NFL touchdown. Grant Calcaterra.
I was 3-0 last week.
It was impressive.
Thank you.
We won't talk about who I suggested, partly because I don't remember, but other than Braylon Allen.
I know you suggested Braylon Allen.
Yeah, nice 13 points. Take that.
We did not talk about Isaac Guerrero in that show.
No, we would never. But we did. We spent the first 2.5 minutes.
Though. We did. We did a lot.
It was nice.
Okay, but I digress.
This isn't about us. AJ Brown, Puka Nakua, who went big time in week 14. George Kittle, Travis Kelce, and then kicker Brandon Aubrey, Saints defense. On the bench, we got Jameis Winston, DeAndre Swift. We can go in the bench when we get to his next matchup. On the other side, the team that was bounced out still had, I mean, they would have won they would beat any other team in the first round. They hadn't played the 176 team. They had Baker Mayfield at quarterback, Devon Achane, Rashad White, Justin Jefferson had a big 41-point week. T. Higgins, David Njoku, Nick Westbrook, Ikine, Nick Folk, Eagles defense. On the bench, bye week, Bo Nix, Kamani Vidal, a man named Sincere McCormick. Obviously, we lost Lad McConkey, Will Dissly, and then we get TJ Hawkinson, J.K. Dobbins in the IR spots. What stands out to you? What went wrong here?
Well, I would like to say that I would have played Bo Nix, but I probably wouldn't have. I wouldn't have paid.
Bo Nix was on a bye. I really hope you wouldn't
have. Against
Bo Nix was on a bye.
Yeah. No. I'm saying were he not on bye, but no, I would not have played him over Baker anyway. Right. Higgins has been playing really well, and that was a down game for him, so that hurt. Nick Westbrook-Ikine, I mean, that's basically the first bad game he's had in the last like 6. And maybe he only has 1 or 2 catches, but he just keeps scoring over and over again.
Yeah.
So, and who foresaw the Eagles only getting 4 points against Carolina? But we don't need to talk about defense.
It sucks losing Lad too. Lad being out didn't help because we would have played him over Nick Westbrook-Ikine, and who knows what would have happened. I mean, it wouldn't have been 42 points to get us to the win, but you know.
Yeah, I think this is legitimately a down week. You know what I mean?
On top of that, you just ran into a good team on the other side, which.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody's going to score 176 points, you're like, but I guess I'm going home.
All right.
I'm take my ball and go home.
All right, take your balls and go home. Let's move on to the second round. This is this week, week 15. Let's the 6 seed versus the 2 seed. So this is I now remember this league. Waddle and Henry.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is my team.
I'm pretty sure you picked them on the first episode. Going all the way back?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I think I've been with Waddle on Henry's Lambs this whole time.
So they are going against the commission on the other side, but Waddle on Henry's Lambs, they're quarterbacked by Josh Allen, Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry could have a nice week this week against the Giants. CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle, Tucker Kraft, James Cook, kicker Boswell on Packers defense, and then on the bench it's Travis Etienne, Jalen Warren, DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy, Jameson Williams, Steelers defense.
It's like this is the first team where I feel like somebody was paying attention all season. You know what I mean? Because this is a good friggin' team. Man, me and you Waddle on Henry's Lambs.
Well,
and he's got the 2 seed.
Let's go with the other side real quick and see if we can figure out who's going to win this thing. So obviously we've already talked about the starting lineup. Tua, Kyron, Isaac Guerrero gave us 11.5 points. Kyron gave us 13. Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, Trey McBride, DJ Moore, Kayemi Fairbairn. I said it perfectly on the first try on the show we did earlier today. All right. Cardinals defense.
Yeah, I was impressed actually, especially considering it was like 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Anthony, well, I'm not like you. I don't need 6 alarms to get up at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm up.
Look, I work hard for the money, bro. So hard for it, honey.
Anthony Richardson on the bench along with Braylon Allen, Bucky Irving, Tyrone Tracy, Isaiah Pacheco. Ever since Isaac Guerrero became the starter in San Francisco, I talk about him all the time. I can't stop accidentally calling Isaiah Pacheco Isaac Pacheco. But for me, Isaiah Pacheco was Isaac Guerrero before Isaac Guerrero, and then I comped him to Isaiah Pacheco coming up. Anyway,
Brian, did you know?
I did.
And the truth comes out. And
sure
Pickens on the IR.
Yeah, that's
because he's out this week.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is not a bad team either. Obviously, we already talked about him a little bit. What? I can't see. All I can see is a ring light, dude. Obviously, we talked about that lineup already. The bench is stacked.
Yes, I love the bench. I judge teams based on their bench. This has the stamp of approval bench. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got four guys that are projected for over 13 points this week, not including Anthony Richardson, and it would be another one if Pickens was there. So you've got the options, but I don't know how many changes I would make here. Tyreek Hill, I think you got to ride with. Ridley against Cincinnati, I think is probably a good idea. There's a bet right now on DraftKings Sportsbook called Always the Bridesmaid. And it's plus 700 if Trey McBride catches 9 passes and does not score a touchdown.
Ooh.
And that's pretty tempting because that's kind of the story of his season.
We're gonna bold prediction is gonna be very Trey McBride centric tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
Ooh, yeah.
The bold predictions, people, is part of that Sleepers and Streamers show that we were telling you about tomorrow. You got to tune in, and we'll answer a few start and sit questions.
We will.
We're basically doing it for free right now.
That's right. Well, actually, we're not doing it for free. We don't do this shit for free.
Yeah, we don't do this shit for free. I don't. He might.
All right. Who's going to win this matchup? Who's winning this?
Are you kidding me? You really going to ask me that?
Yeah.
It's Waddle on Henry's Lambs.
All right.
All day and twice on Sundays.
Well, apparently we're going to be doing twice on Mondays this week because we got 2 Monday Night Football games.
We do, and they're garbage. Or at least one of them is.
I did check. There's no ESPN Plus bullshit this time. It's ABC and ESPN.
That's good.
All right. I am going to choose. Well, we kind of got off to a mediocre start with Kyron Williams and Guerrero.
Yeah, but I will say, if you were going to have 2 people in that dog shit of a game, thank God you didn't have, Cup or anybody from San Francisco, Jennings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Debo, for crying out loud. Hey, give me the ball. Whoa!
He's a fake receiver. I've been telling you this for weeks. All right.
I used to be all in on Debo. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I remember, so in the summer, Matt, our director of content at Yards for Fantasy, he kept telling me.
I still don't know what that means.
What?
I'm just kidding.
He kept telling me, Debo, you're really low on Debo. You're really low on Debo. You're really low on Debo. Well,
are you letting him have it right now?
No, I should be though. I should.
You really should.
All right.
Who's gonna win?
Trying to
Are you
stall
just
because
gonna be
I can't
Are you just gonna be contrarian?
I love the bench, even though the bench is not going to contribute.
Oh my god! But the bench isn't who's getting the points.
I know, no, but it's tugging at my heart so much.
This just goes to show if you have if you have us do one of your leagues, if one guy in the league just snatches up all the handcuff running backs, the starting lineup can be horrible. And this guy is going to be like, dude, this guy's got Trey Benson, Blake Corum, Kamani Vidal. He's got them all on the bench. Yeah. He's going to win it all.
It's so true. It's so true. That's how every single one of my teams is built.
No, it's to be fair, that's the way I build too. So
on my I just
like giving you trouble about it.
I did a show earlier this week, and coming off the Braylon Allen, Isaac Guerrero, Zach Charbonnet trio performance week, might have had a dance party on the show. We turned on the music and we danced. It happened. Anyway, I am going to choose. Go back. It's a real thing. I'll send you the link. All right. I'm gonna do it. Waddle on Henry's Lambs is gonna win.
Waddle on Henry's Lambs. Thank you. Sorry, Commish.
By a smidgen.
Wait a minute. Is Commish the one that's paying us to do this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Commish is going to win. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Commish is going to win this one for sure. Yeah, definitely the Commish.
Yeah. I'm actually not 100% sure that it is the Commish. I just know his name is Maurice, and we love Maurice.
Yeah, I think Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill connect for 5 touchdowns, and it's game over.
Yeah, and Trey McBride is just going to score all of his touchdowns tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Kaimi Fairbairn.
Fairbairn.
All right, let's move on to the 1 seed versus the 4 seed. This is Gaza, they not like us, and Closer versus IR Gods and Pods. So
it is true. Gaza, they not like us.
So they got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Chuba, league winner Hubbard, Nico Collins, Jordan Addison. I'm getting fired up. Brock Bowers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chase McLaughlin, Vikings defense. On the bench, we got Tony Pollard, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, Jacoby Myers, Josh Downs, and the empty spot. I never understand not just maximizing your roster.
I don't either, but that's okay.
You never know what's going to happen. On the other side, we got Jameis Winston, David Montgomery, Brian Robinson, A.J. Brown, Puka Nacua, George Kittle, Cortland Sutton, Brandon Aubrey, Cowboys defense, Patrick Mahomes on the bench, Zach Charbonnet on the bench. But I think based on the news we got today, I think he's going to move up to the starting lineup. Adam Thielen, Travis Kelce, Bills defense, Chargers defense. I think get Kenneth Walker in the IR spot, who is doubtful this week. So let me just say one thing. So I made a video earlier this week predicting who the league winners were going to be this year, who are the players who are going to get hot and have just a great run in the playoffs and be on championship rosters. There are about 5 of those players on these 2 teams. It was Chuba Hubbard is one of them. Tony Pollard is one of them. Jacoby Myers was a dark horse choice. And then we got on the other side, Cortland Sutton and Adam Thielen.
Mm-hmm.
These are really good teams. These are really good teams. I like them both. Who's going to win?
I do too. Well, I'm trying to put it in perspective. So closer to IR gods is going to get Charbonnet in there for Brian Robinson, I would assume.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, Robinson's got a good matchup with the Saints, but Charbonnet is just money without Walker in the lineup.
And Brian Robinson he's still going to share the backfield. We still got Jeremy McNichols and Chris Rodriguez, who both got worked in, over 30% snaps just before the bye week. Where Charbonnet is just it's Charbonnet.
It's just him.
Yeah,
it's just him. I don't even know, who do they have. Is it Dante Pettis? Like, who's the other running back there?
First of all, Dante Pettis is a wide receiver, and last I knew he was on the Saints.
Okay,
no, it's Kenny McIntosh, second-year guy.
Right. Dante Pettis.
He's just the most obscure name in the league. I get it.
It's also really hard for me to say this, man, but this is the time of year Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown totally pull an Amber Heard and shit on the pillow. And what?
That was fantastic.
They do, and so I actually would consider putting Thielen in over AJ Brown against the Dallas Cowboys. But I digress. Once again, you got two guys that had people play on Thursday night, but luckily they dodged the bullshit bullet. Nakua, not bad. Kittle, I mean, he fell 5 points short, but I really expected him to score a touchdown that game, but nobody wanted to score a touchdown that game.
Who knew? We didn't get the news. I never got the memo that the Rams and 49ers were boycotting the fantasy playoffs.
Were what?
They're boycotting the fantasy playoffs.
Did you say boycotting? Man, that accent really
probably did.
That accent really came out there.
Boycotting.
Yeah, there you go. Boycotting. So who's going to park the car in the Harvard Yard in this matchup?
All right. Well, I got some lineup adjustments I might want to at least consider. I really want to start Adam Thielen on one side, and I really want to start Tony Pollard, and I really want to start Jacoby Myers. I just don't see where they fit in.
Yeah.
That's kind of the challenge when you get in these 10-team leagues with not like super huge lineups. We got one flex spot. It's hard. You got to make these tough decisions. I mean, Jordan Addison is hot. He had a huge game. What are you laughing at me for this time? I said it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, like, ever since I made that joke, your accent is just like so strong now. You're like, he's really hot right now.
I don't think I have an accent. All right.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know where you can really put him. I mean, I keep waiting for Addison to prove that it's an aberration what he's doing right now. But he's so hot right now that you can't really legitimately take him out of your lineup.
And
otherwise you're gonna be kicking yourself afterwards.
Just as hard as Kayemi Fairbairn.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if you look back just 3 weeks ago when the Bears played the Vikings, who they play again this week, or the Vikings play the Bears, whatever. Jordan Addison, he put up 30 fantasy points. He got 8 passes for 162 yards.
Yeah.
And a touchdown. While Jalen Johnson was shutting down Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison was running wild. I don't think we can bench that guy. As much as I want to start Jacoby Myers against the Buccaneers, not against the Buccaneers.
No, Buccaneers are playing the Chargers.
That's right.
They're playing the Falcons.
The Falcons. At some point,
On
they
Monday,
play the Buccaneers in the fantasy playoffs.
On Monday Night Football.
Maybe it's a fantasy championship week, which this league's not even going to get because they do their fantasy championship week 16, which is wild.
Right.
Anyway, we're taking a lot of time here. Who's going to win this matchup?
Number one, this is going to be a really good matchup.
Yes.
Like I want to buy tickets. I want to buy tickets to this game.
Yeah.
I would say, oh man,
which bench do you like?
I would say closer. Is it closer or closer?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Do they want to be closer to the Pods and Gods, or they? I don't know.
Or are they the closers? You know.
Right.
Now I got 9 Inch Nails stuck in my head, and I don't like that. Actually, I do. I think. Man. I think on the basis of the matchups that these guys are playing against, St. Brown's got a tough, although Lions are kind of immune. Chicago's
and
got
we
a
saw
tough
how much.
defense.
Look what the Rams wide receivers did to the Bills last week.
Yeah.
All right. While you're still deciding, I've decided we're gonna go.
Okay.
As that they don't like us, they're gonna win this thing. It is gonna be a high scoring performance from both sides. It's gonna be close. It's gonna come down the end. Gaza's gonna win.
I'm gonna take closer versus IR Gods.
All right.
If they get, I'm assuming they're gonna get Charbonnet in the lineup, and they should at least consider Thielen over Brown.
Yes, but not over Cortland Sutton.
Not over Cortland Sutton because the Indianapolis defense blows.
Yeah. All right. So that takes us to the championship. So that
right.
Who do you think is going to win this thing? So you said, I don't even remember who you said. Oh, you said Henry on Waddle's Lambs. Waddle and Henry's on, I don't know what it is. And you said closer versus Gods and Pods. Who is going to win that matchup?
In the finals?
In the finals.
I'm sticking. Waddle on Henry's Lambs is taking this one to the house.
All right.
Not a doubt in my mind.
From day one till the end. All right. So I chose Henry on Waddle's Lambs, and I chose Gaza, they not like us. And not knowing all the matchups off the top of my head for next week, I am going to choose. Let me remind myself of Henry Waddle Lamb. Man, it's hard to pick against Henry's Waddle's Lambs. Waddle.
Henry on Waddle's Lambs.
Waddle on Henry's Lambs.
Waddle on Henry's Lambs.
Someone's on someone's lambs, all right?
And they're going to waddle on them.
I think I'm gonna go with the number 1 seed. I think I'm gonna go Gaza. Is gonna win this thing.
Gaza?
I think they're gonna win it. They're gonna take it home.
Man, they not like us.
Wait, is it they not like us or they not like? I can't.
Oh
They're not like us.
no,
Or
I
they
think
they
I
don't
think
like.
they I,
They don't
I
like.
think they not like us.
They don't like us. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
They not like us though.
My screen is going crazy. Can you see me blacking out or no?
No, you look great.
Okay, good. Because my screen keeps going like right now, it's completely
All right.
black.
All right, it wasn't black, but you froze. You froze for a second.
Okay, well, I'm gonna waddle on Henry's lambs.
Usually, I'm the one that's. This time it's you. All right, we got anything else to add? Because I got
you guys should we do a start and sit at 12:20 on Sundays if you want to ask any questions.
now you froze. Now you're gone. You're gone. You there? He's gone. He's gone. All right. Well, he was going to tell you that we do a start and sit show on Sunday mornings, not on this channel, on our main channel, Yards Per Fantasy. Just find Yards Per Fantasy on YouTube. The link is in the description, I believe. So we do a start sit show, 12:20 p.m. Eastern time, all the way up to kickoff. We also have a Discord. You can ask questions in there. And we do a sleepers and streamers show every week, which we already talked about. We usually do it Saturday nights at 9 o'clock. Oh, there he goes. He's gone. Saturday nights at 9 o'clock. But tomorrow we got a little programming adjustment. So tomorrow we're going to do it at noontime. In about 12 hours from now, we're going to be talking sleepers and streamers. We also give our bold predictions for the week, and we do answer a few questions along the way as well. Check that out. Yards Per Fantasy. Everything we got is yardsperfantasy.com. Hopefully we'll get a chance to come back and recap, see how this league played out, and maybe catch up with you guys next year as well. This league was really, really fun. So always appreciate you guys, Maurice, everybody in this league. Thanks, guys. That's all I got.